How do you get lucky? What does it mean to be lucky? I mean, do you know people that you think of as lucky? I see myself as a pretty lucky person. I've always felt good about the good things that happen to me. And I don't know that I'm necessarily that much more fortunate. I think I see luck perhaps differently. When I was in college, this is a number of years ago, in Los Angeles, in the LA area, there was a series of commercials for auto insurance, and it was targeting the unlucky driver. The unlucky driver is apparently somebody who's had too many accidents, and most regular auto insurers don't want to insure them. There were two things about it. One is people saw themselves as unlucky as drivers. Now, driving is something you control quite a lot about. And I can see that, bad things can happen that are not your fault. On the other hand, if you're having, accidents more than most, it's worth getting a little introspective. But this was auto insurance for people that had been getting in accidents and clearly did not want to take responsibility for it. They saw themselves as unlucky. And when you see yourself as unlucky in driving or in life, you're essentially disempowering yourself from solving the problem, from being able to make your life better or to enhance your luck. Let's be clear about what luck is. There is random chance, like tossing a coin. I don't know that you can control that. That's random chance. Now, does random chance happen better for you or for others? I'm sure it's all over the map, and you probably go phases where random things are working for you and then working against you. Things that are beyond your control. All right, let's set that aside. They're beyond your control. The other part, though, of good fortune and luck is the things that you play a role in, like driving. Good drivers pay attention. They follow generally the rules of the road. They stop at signs and lights. They keep a safe distance from the people in front of them. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a car as a passenger for someone that likes to drive closer to the car in front of them than you're comfortable with. I don't know if, I find myself clutching the handle for, I'm not sure what good that's going to do, but that's just a level of anxiety, because no, this is not how you should be driving. Because if a kid jumps out into the road in front of that car, he's going to slam the brakes and you can't stop. Now, you may see that as unlucky because it wasn't even you in the accident, because it was a kid and the guy slamming on the brakes. What could you do? Well, yes, you could leave ample space between you and other cars. When you're on freeways, you can be aware of who's on the sides of you, and if you needed to change lanes abruptly for some reason, just having that sort of situational awareness will improve your driving outcomes. And if you've developed those skills to be a good driver, you are far more likely to avoid any kind of bad outcome, and at the very least minimize how bad that outcome is by being prepared, by recognizing that you control a lot, not everything, but a lot about the things that are going to happen to you on the road or just in life. When it comes to being lucky with money, yeah, some people are lucky with money because they're smart about it. They anticipate it, they're prepared for it, and when opportunity presents itself, they take action. And other people want to start getting ready when the opportunity presents themselves, and that ain't going to work. So let's be real clear on the distinction between the kind of influence that you can have on your luck, on situations that can turn out well or poorly, and your ability to impact that outcome. The problem with the unlucky driver is once they've given up control and said, hey, I'm just unlucky, well, they're not even trying to become a better driver. They're not learning how to keep an eye on what's going on the road, or to leave more space in front of them, or to stop eating or putting on makeup or whatever they're doing that is allowing them to get into these situations. And the same thing is true in all areas of life. If you see yourself as unlucky, probably not taking the opportunity to prepare yourself for those kinds of situations. You're seeing it as something beyond your control, and it's not. Luck that is random chance is going to happen, good and bad. Don't be surprised when it does. It's going to happen. So anticipate good and bad random acts occurring to you that could put you in positions of peril or opportunity. Now, the bulk of this, though, is knowing that you have influence over outcomes, that while things may be beyond your control, anticipating things that are beyond your control happening and knowing that it's your response is fully within your control is part of being lucky. You have to have that kind of lucky frame of mind that I know that I play a role in the good and the bad things that happen, and I can influence their outcome to minimize damage and to improve positive outcomes. So assuming responsibility for your luck as opposed to simply being the victim or beneficiary of things that are beyond your control is a big mental shift and will change how you prepare and how you respond to the random acts of chance that are going to happen. Part of being lucky is recognizing opportunities when they present themselves. And this is where I think a lot of people just sort of get preoccupied, head down and focused on whatever it is they're focused on or whatever they want to have happen in a given moment, and miss opportunities on a larger scale, miss opportunities on topics they're not thinking about, or turning opportunities down. I mean, you get invited to a social event and you're not really into it. For some reason, that doesn't sound, like fun. If you're not looking to build a circle of friends, that's just fine. On the other hand, I've done this myself where I'm busy in, my own head with these things. And while I did want to build some relationships and meet new people, and for some reason, I just wasn't that social. It came hard for me, and I didn't see it as the opportunity it clearly was. And maybe it's just obvious to everybody and it wasn't to me, but you're presented with opportunities for meeting people, for making friends, for making money, for adventure and travel. You can, if you recognize opportunities, they are out there, they are abundant, but you can't make other people drag you into it. You want to get into investment properties, maybe like, an income property, buy small houses and rent them out. Okay. If you don't know anything about it and you haven't been researching it, but a really good house comes on the market and you don't know how to make an offer, you now have to go find an agent who you don't know, like, or trust, and you're trying to get a good buy and you don't know what a good buy is because you haven't been following the market. If you want to get into something like investing in income properties, you have to learn about it and be prepared. I mean, this is pretty easy to follow. You could have paperwork into a bank if you're going to get a loan, or some arrangement with family members that might want to partner with you that have some money they're looking to invest. There are ways to prepare so that when opportunity presents itself, you're ready to roll. So many people think about the things like this. They don't prepare for it. Opportunity presents itself and they got nothing. And they're not going to be able to seize on that opportunity. They got to go get a loan. I mean, there are too many people that are prepared that will win in those circumstances. Now, you can prepare to be a good driver. You can prepare to meet new people. You can prepare to do just about anything you want by understanding more about it, by learning about it, by putting yourself in a position when an opportunity presents itself, you're ready. I'm a big advocate for journaling, and this is one of the reasons why, is when you are clear on what matters to you, when you've taken time to write it down, to think it through, to try and articulate in words what you want and why you want it, you are much more focused and prepared and understanding to take advantage of opportunities because you're clear. You can outline and articulate in writing things that we don't think through. Our minds are racing from thought to thought. And journaling makes you slow everything down and think it through. What are the opportunities and what are the outcomes I'd like to see? And what do I need to do in advance to be ready to seize those opportunities? You are responsible for your own good fortune. You're responsible for luck. There will be things that are unfortunate that happen that are beyond your control, yes. But you're in charge of how you react to them. You're also in charge of how you put yourself out in the world to stumble upon good fortune, to meet people that present opportunities. You are responsible for so much of your own luck.